Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to Robocop Rogue City. As you can see by the objective that's just been added, we're now on Street Vultures turf. These are a biker gang here in old Detroit. Officer Briggs, the missing police officer, was last known to have been investigating some connection between the gang and the new guy in town, Wendell Antonowsky, here at the old steel mill. You might recognise this place from the original Robocop movie. This is the place where Officer Alex Murphy was murdered by the Boddicker gang on his literal first day on the job. And also where the movie ended, in the showdown between Robocop and the Clarence Boddicker gang, including, of course, Emil Antonowsky, who featured a rather gruesome end, which we definitely can't show on YouTube. But this is basically where the movie came to its conclusion. I mean, there was a sort of wrap-up that happened afterwards, where Robocop had to go and confront Dick Jones, I think his name was, played by Ronnie Cox, the OCP vice president responsible for the development of the Ed 209 project, who'd been using the Boddicker gang to sow chaos in old Detroit in order to get the place knocked down in order to build Delta City over it. Of course, Robocop couldn't arrest him because of his secret fourth prime directive: do not mess with members of the OCP board. Fortunately, at Robocop's request, the old man fired Dick, allowing Robocop to shoot him and throw him out of the window. Speaking of that fourth prime directive though, do not mess with members of the OCP board, because Robocop is technically OCP property. Officer Alex Murphy was declared legally dead. Hello, that must be the speaker that the music's coming from, or one of them. But because Alex Murphy was declared legally dead, but they didn't turn off his life support, so they kept his brain activity going and were therefore able to turn him into Robocop. But the glitching out that Robocop experienced anytime he tried to arrest a member of the OCP board is exactly the same as the glitching out that he experienced when he attempted to arrest Wendell Antonowsky. The thing is, at the time that happened, I thought, aha, an OCP connection, but that would only make sense if Robocop knew at the time that he tried to arrest him that Antonowsky was an actual member of the OCP board. And obviously that wasn't the case. Oh, hang on a minute. This can't be good. Blood.
Blood trail visible on the ground. I will follow it.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, something else occurred to me. Because at exactly the same time that Robocop attempted to arrest Wendell Antonowsky and then started glitching out in the same way that he would if he was trying to arrest a member of the OCP board, Antonowsky used his lighter at the exact same moment that Robocop went into arrest mode. Now, it's possible that I'm reading too much into this, but it's also possible that the lighter is actually a device that, when used, will trigger the seizures that Robocop was experiencing. Now, obviously, I have, oh hello, some good stuff here, absolutely no evidence to support this theory. It's just a coincidence that it happened at the exact same time that Robocop went into arrest mode. He started experiencing the glitches at the exact same time that Antonowsky used his lighter. It could be a coincidence, but it's the kind of thing that if I were a games developer, I would put in just to muddy the waters a little bit. Make you think twice about your conclusions with alternate explanations to explain why certain things are happening. But like I said, it's just a theory. Anything back here? Yep, all kinds of crime evidence. Another thing about this Wendell Antonowsky guy, I'm not convinced he is who he says he is. Oh, right, more on that in a bit. A new enemy, Street Vulture gang, fast movers. Oh, I do have to say, I am enjoying this full auto mode that we've unlocked for the Auto 9. It does burn through ammunition at a terrifying rate though. I mean, not that that's a huge problem because I effectively have unlimited ammunition for the Auto 9, but it does mean I have to reload often. Right. I wonder if yeah, I can pick bike up. Alright, who wants some of this? You want some of this? Okay. That's a thing I can do. Right. I have to say, I've only taken 6% damage from these creeps. I mean, oh, a bit more evidence here. I mean, they're difficult to hit, but they don't do an awful lot of damage. They're not that much of a threat. Down to 91%. Well, I'm full on recovery charges, although I can only carry 3. There are skills you can invest points in to increase the amount of recovery charges that you can actually carry. Yeah, I'm not going to hit him with that. Let's just shoot him. Where did he go? He's disappeared off the radar. Yeah, if you look at the compass at the top of the screen, the location of any spotted enemies appears as a sort of red blip, but I don't know where that guy went. Oh well, anyway, yeah. So, Wendell Antonowsky, or so he claims, the new guy in town, supposed to be the brother of Emil Antonowsky, one of the original members of the Clarence Boddicker gang. I'm not convinced. I mean, first, Emil Antonowsky was a street scumbag who held up gas stations for fun. And this Wendell guy, claiming to be his brother, couldn't be more different. I mean, he's cultured, he's sophisticated, he dresses well. He's obviously educated in a way that Emil wasn't. I mean, that doesn't prove anything, of course. You know, everybody's got a black sheep in the family. Dr. Blanche, the police psychologist, for example, she lost her hand in an incident involving her home being robbed by an intruder. Her brother, a drug addict who was trying to find stuff that he could sell in order to buy drugs. So, I mean, oh, hang on. Come on, hit him. Hit him. Okay, that was close. Yeah, I mean, family members aren't the same. But then you've got the whole thing that the two of them look nothing alike. I mean, Emil Antonowsky looks because he's dead, like Emil Antonowsky. And Wendell Antonowsky looks like Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Now, I accept that Hans Gruber in Die Hard, played by Alan Rickman, looks nothing like his brother from Die Hard 3, played by Jeremy Irons. But they were movies, not video games. And you don't cast the main stars of your movies based on who they look like, you cast them on who they are. So, you know, you can get Jeremy Irons in, you hire Jeremy Irons, and you don't care that he doesn't actually look anything like Alan Rickman, the actor who played the character Hans Gruber, who was supposed to be Jeremy Irons' character's brother. You cast who you can get. Oh, hello, good stuff. We'll have this. More weapon upgrade chips. I may as well use a recovery charge so I can pick this one up. But yeah, that's just the way movies are made. But this isn't a movie, it's a video game. So there's no reason why they couldn't have made Wendell Antonowsky's character look like Emil Antonowsky, the person he's supposed to be the brother of. But they didn't. And I can only... Oh, hello, I think we're breaching. Let's just check this room out first. Yep, more stuff. Another recovery charge that I can't use. But more evidence. So the fact that they clearly, deliberately made them look nothing alike... strikes me as a little bit suspicious. I really am liking this full auto mode. I was thinking that, I mean, this is the way that that his gun worked in the movies, but I don't think that's specifically true, because the Beretta Auto Mag, or Auto 9, or whatever they're calling it, that he used in the movie, was based on a Beretta 93R. Oh, hello, we're doing another breach. Let's just check whether or not there's anything in here first. Okay, there is. Right, yeah, it looks like that breach opportunity was just to bypass these guys. What was... Oh yeah, the whole full auto capability of this gun. I don't think it did actually fire on full auto in the movies. It looks like it did. And it's definitely... Oh, yeah, nice. I'm having this. Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun. Another free Die Hard reference for you there. But because the gun that they used... Oh, okay. We'll put a pin in that and come back to it later. It appears we have to interrogate somebody.
I am looking for a police officer.
Hey, I don't know anything. I'm just an accountant.
He was brought here.
There is always so much happening around here. I tend to focus on my work. I wouldn't remember.
Would you like me to refresh your memory?
No! Police officer, I get you. You're right. Not long ago they brought him here. He was already in real bad shape. I kind of felt for the guy.
Where is he?
Once he got back on his feet, they took him away. But I don't know where. I'm telling the truth. I only deal with numbers. If you need any more info on your friend, try the warehouse office. It's on the west side of the mill.
Do not move until I return.
No problem. If anyone finds me cuffed up here, I will look as tough as the others.
But yeah, the sidearm that you use in the movie, and there's been all kinds of different names given to it, the Beretta Auto 9, the Auto Mag, whatever, it's based on a Beretta 93R, which is a 3-round burst version of the famous Beretta 92.
Are you ready to come back to the precinct?
Negative. A wounded officer, perhaps Briggs, was moved to another location. I have a thug's testimony. Proceeding to the enemy command center.
How could you...
I am hoping for it.
You're hopeless.
Now, if you're not a handgun aficionado and you have no idea what a Beretta 92 is, don't worry, I guarantee you've seen it in one form or another if you've watched any movies from the 90s or early 2000s. It was the 9mm handgun that replaced the Colt 1911 in US military service. And if you watched any kind of police movie from the 90s or the early 2000s, just about every police officer before they all switched over to Glocks in those movies was using the Beretta. Mel Gibson's character from the Lethal Weapon movies, where you see him holding a weapon in the movie posters, that's the Beretta 92. And the 93R is a 3-round burst version of it.
That whole area is out of police jurisdiction. And according to the new policy, if we wanted to legally be there, we'd need to go through an OCP executive. And I'm sure you know what Becker's stamp. I'm starting to understand why he hired me. You're a handful.
And that was the handgun that was chosen to be mocked up. I mean, they added a whole bunch of stuff to it to make it look completely unrecognisable and unique, but at its core it was a Beretta 93R. 3-round... Oh, hang on, what's happening? Oh, shit. That's going to be bad. Yeah, those hurt. Unfortunately, his aim is just as bad as mine, and he's killed himself. Did you see that? Okay, anyway. So, yeah, the whole point of what I'm trying to say here, I'll eventually get around to the point, is that when you see Robocop blazing away in full auto in the movies, he's not. He's firing 3-round bursts. It looks like he's firing full auto. He's just so precise and accurate that he only needs a couple of shots of full auto to take the target down. But he is actually firing 3-round bursts because that's what the gun he was using was capable of doing. Here in the game, however, there's somebody up there. There's a red blip on the radar. Anyway, yeah. Here in the game, however, you can get this thing to fire on full auto, which is what's happening here. And it's very nice, but it does chew through ammo. I mean, like I said, my handgun ammo is unlimited, but it does mean that I have to reload more often than... Oh, what's this? God damn it.
Why don't you get
Okay. Oh, that's a first. Is that? Yeah, that's the guy with the radio. Got him! Wow. I actually impressed myself there. It was probably more through luck than judgment. Right. Where are they? Here they come. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen one of the... Oh shit, grenade, grenade, grenade. Oh, too late. Ow. I'm full on recovery charges. But yeah, that was the first time I'd seen one of the bikers actually dismount. Normally they just ride around in circles, spraying bullets ineffectually at you. How's my health doing? I'm alright actually, 80%. Got that guy before he could lob the grenade. I mean, they're 9mm handguns and SMGs are not really that much of a threat, but they do all come with grenades. More useful stuff. Ah, bollocks. There was another one of those broadcasters that I didn't get. Oh well, fine. I have a large supply of bullets. Oh, hang on a minute. There's a whole bunch of them in front of me. But I think the reinforcements are coming from back here. I'm sure I just saw a whole bunch... I mean, there's definitely a whole bunch of red blips on the compass up there. But I'm pretty sure I saw something appear back here, although it's gone. Was I imagining it? Ah, no, I wasn't imagining it. Trying to come at it from both sides. Alright, cool, I can go on that. Yeah, there's a lot of them back here. Oh, grenade, keep moving. Still another few. Right. Okay, now that I know my back's clear. Here they come. Yeah, I didn't want to get... Oh, wow, shit, where'd they come from? Okay, my back wasn't quite as clear as I thought it might have been. Now that I know I'm not going to get outflanked. 2 recovery charges left, down to 52% health. Oh, what's this? Did I completely miss an entire area? I mean, I didn't because I'm here. But I nearly did. Right, let's recover some health. What's down here? This all kind of looks vaguely familiar for some reason. I mean, it should, because if you've seen the movie, you've been here before. It's the old steel mill. 2 major scenes in the movie happened here. Another recovery charge, I like that. Definitely want to check this place out. It almost feels like a secret area. I mean, it's not that secret. There was a fairly obvious door. Well, the door wasn't that obvious because I completely missed it on the way in. It was only when I went back to make sure I wasn't getting outflanked that I saw it. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. I am, if nothing else, notoriously... oh, well, yeah, definitely. Another OCP container. More upgrade chips. No enemies down here, though. I mean, I appreciate the change of pace. Although my gamer radar is starting to go off. Because this feels suspiciously like the room before a boss encounter. Lots of free stuff to pick up and no enemies. Where's the catch?
You guys are boring. Could you at least give me some new? That's what's wrong with this town. Your drugs are making people...
Ha! There is something down here.
You're the
Side mission.
Talk. I know you stole supply from us. Come on. Sharing is caring. I'll share a bullet.
Wow! Did I just do it with my mind? Does it mean I can make Robocop do anything for me?
Try it, creep.
Like,
You did blink, didn't you?
Enough playing around. I will return to complete the arresting procedure. Stay here. Do not move.
You're kidding! Why would I move? This chair is super comfy. Just tell my parents I won't be home for dinner.
Alright, well, I mean, this is why you should always explore these areas when you're playing these games. You never know what you're going to find. I mean, I'm sitting here patting myself on the back for finding this optional side mission, but there's almost certainly other stuff that I've already missed, so... but you will find out at the end, when you get your mission evaluation, it'll let you know which, if any, side missions you've missed. And they did just introduce a new Game Plus mode, because I mean at the moment I certainly don't have anything like all of the skills maxed out. So you can always go back and replay it, because I'm assuming, because that's the whole point of a new Game Plus mode, that you keep the original skills that you had, you just go back to the start with those skills and then keep accumulating experience and eventually unlocking all the skills in the game. And catching all those bits that you may have missed on your first playthrough. Anyway, I have 2 skill points to spend. What am I going to spend them on? At the moment I'm more than halfway towards maxing out armour, which reduces obviously the damage that you take, but also has other benefits. Combat, reloading strike, successfully punching an enemy reloads all of your carried weapons. That's pretty nice. What's this vitality? Oh yeah, it allows you 2 points in there would allow me to actually recover health from using fuse boxes rather than having to use the recovery charges. I kind of like the idea of getting all the way up to maximum armour. Small caliber rounds ricochet off your armour and damage nearby enemies. Plus, you know, more damage reduction. So yeah, we're going to do that. I'm now at 40% damage reduction, which is pretty nice. Now then, I picked up a bunch of upgrade chips. And I'd really like to get that extra magazine capacity now that I'm hosing around on full auto. But I'm going to need a chip that connects from the bottom without connecting to the left. And I don't have one. So that's a bit of a bummer. Oh well, it is what it is. I mean, this is just the starter motherboard that you get for the gun, and it is pretty crap. Anyway, warehouse office. So I dealt with all the bad guys behind me. I can actually pick that thing up. Well, I suppose I can. I'm Robocop, aren't I? I dealt with all the bad guys behind me, and some of the ones in front of me actually came back, so there's probably less of them. Oh, hello, more evidence up here. This is nice. There's still... I'm curious to see how this game handles it, because I basically transitioned from one area to another when I went underground, and I'm wondering if they're all still up here. That would be a pretty cheesy move, wouldn't it, if I could just get rid of a whole bunch of enemies by transitioning to another area. Oh, an OCP training disc. This gives me a skill point. And some evidence as well. Alright, let's take a look at this. I'm almost all the way up there. Just one more point and I've maxed out armour. I'm now on 45% damage reduction. I'll get 50% damage reduction and the ability to bounce small caliber ammo with one more skill point. We can't be that far off getting another skill point. Right, this area was swarming with bad guys, and then I sort of did a sneaky transition to the underground side mission area. Where have they all gone? Ow! Ow! I think they found me. Sneaky fucking Russians. Right. Well, actually, it was just the one guy. Was that it? Seriously, this place was swarming with bad guys a minute ago. Well, 10 minutes ago. It looks like just transitioning to that underground area did clear the area of... Oh wait, no, there's somebody else up here. Here he is. Oh, I don't like the look of that. I don't think that's going to take much weight. Oh, it is. Alright. You see, it's always worth exploring. Okay, I'm going to use a recovery charge so I can pick that one up. And then grab some upgrade chips. I mean, you know, it feels like I'm doing well. But I wonder how much stuff I've actually missed. I've almost certainly missed something. Because I'm just not that good. Looks like I can drop down here. Robocop doesn't take any fall damage, by the way, so... also, he can't jump, so I can't jump across there. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, suddenly the area is full of bad guys. Alright, it looks like they... Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't nearly as sneaky as I thought I was being. I do still have to deal with them all. That's fine. It's all target practice. As long as they don't throw grenades at me, I should be relatively fine. They're all small arms. Actually, the damage is starting to add up a bit. Down to 60%. Who is that? There you are. It's like that truck's going to explode. I should probably stay away from it. Okay. So the warehouse office is what I'm looking for. I thought I was being really sneaky there. Oh, I'll just bypass all of these enemies by transitioning to a new area and have them all despawn. Game says, nope. This is fine. Make sure we have a quick look around though. I wouldn't want to miss anything. I mean, I probably have missed all kinds of stuff. But that's no reason to not keep looking. Here's the scanner. It's not highlighting anything. Well, aside from the fuse panel on the wall, but I'm not able to actually use that yet. The thing about, I can't remember which skill it is, possibly Vitality, that allows you to use those fuse panels to recover up to 50% of your health, is that with more points in the relevant skill, it not only allows you to recover 100% of your health by using the fuse panels, but each upgrade also increases the number of recovery charges that you can carry. Because at the moment I can only carry 3. Thus far I haven't actually needed more than 3, but I suspect that situation's probably going to change in the immediate future. Oh, didn't mean to do that. that was my stun ability. Oh, which I could probably have used here. We'll just punch him, that staggers him. Yeah, if a melee opponent gets too close and you aren't able to shoot them in time, there are alternative methods for dealing with them. Keep punching them, that staggers them, they're unable to get their melee attack off, and you just pick them up and throw them away. So that's nice. Yeah, he's definitely dead. Right, warehouse office. Remember, we're hoping to find Briggs, the missing police officer, although he's been missing a few days. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Oh, wow. You know where this is? Unless I'm very much mistaken, and I don't think I am, because of the way Robocop's glitching out here as the memories rush back. And of course, judging by the crime scene tape at the door, this was once an active crime scene. I think this is the spot where Robocop was actually murdered in the first movie by the Clarence Boddicker gang. Oh, there's some stuff in here. Another recovery charge. We're at maximum. Can I use one? Oh yes, and I should use one. It was down to 60%. Alright, we'll pick up the spare. So we're at 3 of 3 again. Continuing to glitch out. So this place obviously has... Oh wait, this is it. This is the... Yes, that's it. That's the room. That's the chalk out. That is the chalk outline. Notice the arm's missing. It got shotgunned off, amongst other things. This is the actual spot where Alex Murphy died at the hands of the Boddicker gang in the first Robocop movie. That is really cool. Oh, and there's more stuff back here. And we have more upgrade chips. That is a really cool callback to the original movie. I mean, they've modelled everything perfectly. That's the exact spot where they're basically all lined up and shot him to death. Notice the fingers are missing on the other arm, the arm that didn't get blown off. Yeah. I mean, the movie director, Paul Verhoeven, is known for ultra-violence, and it's basically this movie that kind of set the standard and his reputation, that scene in particular. Well, that, Emil Antonovsky's death, and the infamous Ed 209 boardroom demonstration scene, which you can find on YouTube. Oh, another motherboard. Nice. Oh, I'm probably not going to like what I see here.
I knocked his fucking tooth out.
Well, cop, now we know you won't be leaving here in one piece.
You won't either.
Hey, you're spoiling my mood again.
Ah!
I don't like it when cops wander around. Cops mean trouble, and trouble upsets me. So really, this is your fault.
Do whatever you want. But soon the cops will...
No cop of any kind is going to show up here anymore. The police officially won't be responding to any calls from this area.
Does this mean we have a deal?
As long as you can work quietly.
We're vultures. You need carrying. We're up to the job, no worries.
And as for your toy,
would you like to join us?
a fine offer, sealing our contract in blood, but I prefer cleaner games. How about instead we do some hunting?
Could add a bit of cheer, spice things up a bit. And I know just the right place for it. How does it feel knowing we're gonna take you to the quarry and shoot your ass to pieces? And the police ain't gonna do shit about it.
I bet it really pisses him off.
Well, we know that Briggs was alive, but I don't know how old that tape is.
Your readings are off the charts. What happened?
I found a tape of Briggs being tortured. Their boss Spike was in on it, together with Wendell Antonowsky.
Did you say he was tortured?
Yes, surrounded, with no way out and no backup.
That sounds so messed up.
They used him as prey. They mentioned a quarry.
Did you say quarry? Okay, let me have a look. Yeah, I see it. It's just north of your position.
On my way.
Robocop, I really hope you find him.
A number of you have mentioned audio issues in this game. Some of it's my fault when I'm editing, and I'm just not getting the audio balance right, but the general audio balance in this game is not great, particularly in the cutscenes. For example, when Wendell Antonowsky's talking, he's usually so quiet you can barely hear him. You really have to crank the volume up because he's getting drowned out in the background music. And then when anybody else speaks, you get your eardrums burst. Not a whole lot I can do about that, I'm afraid. It's just generally shitty audio balancing in the game in general, and the cutscenes in particular. But I did get a new motherboard, which replaces the Kiddies starter motherboard that you get for free. So, let's see. Because in the starter motherboard, there is no way you can get all of the upgrades without also getting some of the downgrades. There's one that can be avoided, but there's another that just can't. This new motherboard, however, I don't know, it's looking pretty good. So we've managed to miss all of the penalties so far, although there's an ammunition capacity, or is it? No, it's a reload speed buff at the top that I don't think I can actually get because I still don't have a pass-through that only connects from the bottom. But we'll worry about that later. For now, it's actually looking pretty good. So I'm going to need just a straight pass-through connection there. There we go. Single shot mode. Fires one round at a time, but does do massive damage. Given my accuracy, I'm not sure that's a good idea. But if I can get a T-shaped pass-through, what am I looking for? You see, I want that, but it has to not connect up. Ideally, I want it to go left, right, and down only, so I can get that massive damage. But I might have to come back when I have additional chips. I'd like to get the armor piercing as well. Let's see. Maybe just do a left to right pass through in order to get to the armor piercing. And I'm pretty sure I've got a chip for that to connect just from the top. Yep, there we go. So I can't get to the massive damage one just yet. I'm going to need a T-shape that connects to the bottom. But I've managed to get basically almost everything else while avoiding all of the bad shit. I just need better chips in order to make the other connections. But, you know, that'll come. I'd like the reload speed. Well, actually, the reload speed isn't that important now that I'm no longer hosing around on full auto. Nice to have. Don't really need it, at least not just yet. So that's my new motherboard done, at least as much as I can right now. And we're still hot on the trail of Spike, the leader of the Vultures, and Officer Briggs, who was alive the last time we saw him. That may not necessarily still be the case, though. All of that will be coming up in the next episode. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this one. And as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.